I need to copy this, paste it. Okay, all right, so let's see now. So we got a gross weight. Let me get the V speeds up here. I'm going to make a boo-boo. I'm going to taxi right across the grass. I really don't care. We're just trying to get some practice in. All right. Phones, good. Okay, now, gross weight, I got 50% gross weight, 3. So, 7 V speed table. What do we got? Oh, hey, look at that. No, not that. 4, stabilizer trim. That's the V unstick. Oh, here we go. Weight 1,130. So 110,000 pounds. 149 flaps 30 at 110,000 pounds. Interesting. That's for a classic. So, blended winglets. I'm looking for V speeds. Just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get this. I want to make sure I get the speeds. Classic speeds, flap schedule, V speed calculator. Here we go. What do we got here? V2 is takeoff weight minus 20. So, tons. So 54 tons. So 130. Okay, so kilograms. Yeah, we gotta go there. 57, so that's what, minus 20 is 37, so V2 is 137, is that right? I know they call this a ground gripper. V1 for 55 tons, 10 knots, 12 knots, so 5 tons, 142, and 149. So, to get V1, so 149 minus 12 is 137 is V1. So, 135, so it's 132. Actually, that's the same. Oh, no, let's rotate. So, 141, 135, roughly. Oh, let me check your landing. Ooh. Free. Sorry, Dylan. Keep coming. Good. Cut it. Not too much. Hold it right there. Boom. Beautiful. Nicely done. Maybe just a touch on the, much on the, what's it called? Flaps 5 degrees. I'm going to pretend like I'm not doing this, but I'm doing it. Oh, this goes against everything I believe in. But trying to save time, my iPad's already at like 50%. So I'm going to run a pattern in this and try to see if we can't figure out what we can do here to get you guys going. I mean, this has got good ground effect too. I'm going to just go and I'm going to hit show touch so you can see what I'm talking about. So when you're coming in, like, you see how this is right here? You want it to be like you know, a degree. You don't want it to be like in the middle. On an A320, you'd want it to be about here, right? But on a 737, it's kind of low slung, if you will, right? So you don't want to. It's weird. Where'd he go? Did he take back off? Take off 4 remaining in the pack.
Rick Husband Unicom, JetBlue 9961 is taking off runway 4, remaining in the
Also,
pattern.
another little trick, right? For your, and I'll show you the trick on the way down. For taxiing, you can kind of, I'm better with an A320, but see where my nose is? I'm probably, where the V is here, I'm probably right on the money for the center line. Maybe a touch off. You want to be like right there. Yeah, see? You put it on there and then show. So it's a little different for the 737. The A320, you line up the PFD and the nav display. Actually, no, that's right. See how that is right there? It's pretty much right on the money. So keep that in mind. Keep that one in mind. Oops, brakes. I am not a fan of 737s. I'm also not a fan of right rudder. It was much better. Your landing was, Dylan. Strobe lights. Landing lights. Landing lights. Never 100% throttle, by the way, guys. Never. You're like 90, 93. I'm going to give this a little bit more because it's 737-800 and it's really long and it likes to grip the runway. And we do have flaps 10. Could have done flaps 10. Retract gear. Gear up. I'm telling you. Ever since you changed the commands on IFA. So I was 149, so I should be looking for 164 until 1,000. See how my speed's not going up? I'm climbing at V2 plus 10 or 12. Alright, 4,600 thrust reduction. Down to 89. Gonna go up to 5,300. Flaps 2 degrees. Flaps 1 degree. Usually 230 for flaps up. Flaps 0. Flaps 0 degrees.
Rick Husband Unicom, JetBlue 9961 is on right crosswind,
Still
runway 4.
Yeah. It's usually 230 knots for Yeah, see how she's like leveling out there, and you watch this and this, right? Once I get to like 250, if I go up to 250, that's gonna climb. That flight path vector is gonna climb, and I can get the nose down more. See? Ooh, easy. No violations here. So I'm gonna go ahead and descend back down, actually to 4,600. The ILS approach plate calls for 5,300 at Pandy, and then at Kubib it's 4,600. So I've been coming in at 4,600 at Pandy instead of trying to cut it close. So I'm going to make this a full stop. Put too much speed on, so I'm further away. Coming out here, I'm further away from where I want to be. I would have normally been inside that Vero there. Flaps 1 degree. What did I say? 46? Yeah, 4,600. Try to get down at 210. Flaps 2 degrees. Now you'll see once I'm set, I'm going to be right. Easy now. I'm going to approach, and it's going to look kind of like that. All right, 4,600. Start the base turn. Bring it back to like 190. Turning base. I never called
Rick
down.
Husband's Unicom, JetBlue 9961 is on right base, runway 4.
Flaps 5 degrees. Trying to sit somewhere around 4,600. Squirrely plane. See how I'm pitching there? It's a squirrely plane. Requires a lot of power on final. The A320, on the other hand, the A320, that's my favorite plane. That plane will do just about anything you want it to. If you treat it right. Oopsie. So I'm gonna go Pandy, Kubib, 932, and set the ILS. Okay, so we're 1,000 below here at Pandy. Trying to keep it up. Right now we're on that last base turn. We'll drop it down to 170. Gear down. Gear down. Let it go ahead and set itself. Flaps 15. Flaps 15 degrees. See the power I got on this thing right now? I got 75% power on this, and I still can't get. So again, I'm 1,000 below where I should be, so I'm going to intercept from below. I'm going to shoot for like, I don't know, 139, something like that. Flaps 20 degrees. Oops. Flaps 25 degrees. Flaps 25 degrees. Start bringing it back here now. Ooh, big balloon, big balloon. 5 miles. Flaps 30 degrees. Flaps 30 degrees. Flaps 40 degrees. See the speeds bleeding off even though I got the power on and the plane's ballooning, right? 4,600 at Kubib. There's no wind right now. So this is gonna start down soon. Right, see where I'm at here? About 500. Man, she's right about there should be good. Right, so I'm gonna pull up now. More power, more power. I want to get that ILS on.
500.
Stable.
500.
Stable approach. Right. I want to get that ILS to drop. Barely any up deck angle. Right? Barely.
400.
Barely. See this here?
400.
Right here. Watch that flight path vector too. So yeah, 138. Still a little high.
300.
Now remember, with our contest, we have to aim low. You gotta aim low or you will not hit.
200. 100.
Ooh, this is gonna be
50. 40. 30. 20.
20, 10.
10.
Crap landing. I wish we had replay. I did get the applause. So that landing was somewhere between 0 and 100, that landing was between 0 FPM, which I'm sure it wasn't. It was somewhere in the 200 range, but not bad for a guy that doesn't fly this plane. I've only messed with it a couple times. But again, remember where I was right there, right? So I can pop into solo mode and set this up and do replays. This'll be good for the stream. So 250. So I knew it was a bit. I mean, that's okay for a commercial airliner. It's not a big deal. I want to see what my what's it called? Not weight. My flare angle. I know I'm going to be off on everything else. So I'm going to go into solo mode. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And this is the way you want to practice, guys, right? I'm going to go in solo mode in an A320 and just kind of show you. I mean, that's my specialty. I can do stuff with the other planes, but my specialty is Spirit. Yuck. My specialty is the A320. So I'll go ahead and set up here on approach, right? 1,000-foot approach, right? We'll hop in here and I'll basically show you what's what, if you guys are still paying attention. Yeah, Leo, it wasn't that great, bud. It wasn't that great. It was okay. It wasn't that great. Not bad for first time in 738 in a month anyways. I played with it a little bit. I'm still getting used to the ground effect. So that landing, I think, a couple of things. I had too much speed on. I was trying too hard to hit the bricks. Like a normal jetliner, if you search on YouTube, like they have to land low or hard to get down, right? So let's go to this, and if you, it'll be a good landing tutorial on the A320. So I'll go ahead and calibrate. I definitely need, usually, what's my weight? 122, so 122. Going high here. I'm just going to double check the weights for that, right? Look at this. I'm not touching anything, barely, right? Got to grab my chart here. So 122, 125 plus 5, so 130. And I usually add a knot. So this is my speed that I want here, right? I want 130, 125 plus 5 plus 1/3 of the wind, which we see is 0, right? So I'm on it right now. It's really light. Really light. So about 131, and then there's my angle right there, 2.5, 3 degrees. And the plane isn't loaded the way I would normally load it for a jet, virtual blue flight. Not in the slightest. It's going to be a little left of center. The infinite flight auto throttle too, like this is an Airbus, so it's going to tell me, at 50 feet, or sorry, 30 feet to retard the throttles. Okay, approaching minimums. I'm going high. I'm going to aim low.
300.
Just watch my flight path vector.
200.
I'm aiming low on purpose. Right?
100.
Set. Okay, 50.
50.
40. 30.
30. 20. 10.
Off. Little rudder, little rudder. Right. Little slap down. Gonna get applause. I got the applause coming now. Can't hear it. It's an in-flight assistant. Right? So I'll go gear up, flaps 2. Alright, right up to 12.5 degrees. Gear up. Whoa, hey now. Actually, let's replay that. I forgot we were in solo mode. So, get control of the plane, and let's just see here. Let's just kind of... I'll wager a bet that I landed, if I go to, let me go to the tower view. No, I don't know what that, where's ATC? So I will wager you one. That's, what runway is that? I'll wager that I landed probably about here. Somewhere here to here. In between here and here. Okay? So let's go back and take a look. Zoom out. Alright? The plane's light and it's not loaded how I would normally load it. So 50, 40, settle into the ground effect, 30, 20, 10, right? Center line, center line. Yep. Right, so let's back that up. Watch what I did here. Right, power off. Pull back a little bit. Get it heading towards the center line. Little too fast on the slap down. So I'll just reset it. I'll go right back here, right, from 500 feet. And you know what? Let's crank up a little wind while I'm doing tutorials. So let's do a crosswind. So like 100 degrees, so 40. So like 90 would be, let's see what this gets us. Let's just give it like 10 knot crosswind, right? Just do a couple of these just to show you guys a few techniques for the Airalympics in the A320. Now, weight and balance, I'm going to mess with it a little bit here. So, I get an hour, and that's about good for fuel, but normally I would load it right up. Let's load her right up, right? I'm going to check my V-speeds. 136 passengers, and what I like to do is I like to do this a little bit. Split that out. A little less in the front than the back. Keep that tail back a little bit. I don't know if it does anything. At the very least, it's a placebo effect. So I've got a 139, 480, so I'm going to go for 140. So I'm looking for 134 plus 5. And then, what did I say the weather was? What's the wind? 70 degrees at 10, so 3, so 4 knots. So 134 plus 5 is 139, plus another 4 knots is 143. So I'm going to look for 143, and I'm going to look to touch down at 134. And we're going to go ahead and release, right? There we go. That feels automatically better.
1,000.
Stable, 1,000 feet. Wait, 63 at 9. Let's try a right-left crosswind, actually. 360 at 9. There we go. Okay. Now, the trick here is the flight path vector, right? I know that I'm probably a little fast, so I'm going to drop it down just a touch. Right? I can tell I'm fast just by where this is, right? Okay, I'm aiming low. A little more trim. It's usually around 27-28% trim when I'm landing like this on a regular flight, right?
500.
Stable at 500. I'm not touching anything right now. Just coming on down. Right? Less is more. I might notch a trim here, notch a trim there, right?
400.
Landing. Minimums. Continue. Right?
300.
Trying to get that low. Remember, we're trying to get low so we can be on the bricks.
200.
Right? Still good on the pappies there. Right? Wing low.
100.
100. 50.
50.
40. 30. Autopilot. 20.
10.
Power off. Boom. There you go. That's how we do that, Joe. I could have flared a touch more. And there's the applause at 100 knots. Right? Alright, so let's take another look at that. Why is my gear not down? That's very strange. Okay. Let's try releasing that again. That's very strange. That was a good landing. Right? Now, again, I'm not really touching much here. Right? I don't like my calibration, so I'm going to overcompensate a little bit with trim. Right? Just watching that flight path vector, I know we're going to be good. Aiming a little low.
300. 200. 100.
Okay, 50.
50. 40, 30,
20.
10,
Rudder. Right on the money. Clap, 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 clap. All right, so let's pop outside. Okay, right? So, here we go, right? I don't know what happened there. All right, so here we go, right? Notice the crab, see the crab angle, right? 40, 30, nose is going to come up, ground effect. Kick. I'm a little bit long. But paint the runway with grease, right? That was a grease job and a half, right? So let's just look from the side, right? So you're coming down, coming down, coming down. Settle into the ground effect, get the flare, and then you kick out the crab, right? So let's show the kick out the crab, and see how I dropped the wing at the same time? So I landed a little bit long, right? And get that rudder down. Try to count 1 1,000, 2 1,000. So let's see here what we got, right? Okay, 1 1,000, 2 1,000. Try to have it longer. That's okay. Right? Let's try a headwind. Right, so let's go 0.48 at 10, and let's just say it's gusting a 15. Okay? And just calibrate.
Hold it. Do you think that's too big?
That's the big one.
I'm trying to get yourself.
So live, you're going to need like 144 here. Can I have my HUD back? One high.
500,
Right?
400,
Went way high.
300,
There we go. Catching up.
200, 100,
Okay.
50,
40, 30,
30,
20.
20, 10,
That was short. Sorry, a little distracted there. Let's see where that was. I was trying to dive for it, and I was a little distracted. It wasn't quite prepared for that. So, settling into ground effect, flare, power off. So short. I was short. Still got the applause for the landing, right? So let's go back up to 500 feet. Okay. Gusty winds, yeah. That's why we need a frozen cockpit. So look at where that was going to touch. Right there. She would have been right on the money. So just back it up. This is what you guys got to do to practice for the, practice for the event. Right? Just do it again. Right?
$500,
500 feet. Pretty stable. Somewhere between 700 and 800 feet per minute.
400, 300, 200,
Bouncing around. Took it off.
100, 50,
40,
40,
30,
30,
20,
20,
10.
10.
That was pretty good, but I guarantee you I landed too slow because I took too much energy away. Let's go back and look. That's the general idea. I guess I'll try one more on the not the A320. I'll try one more on the 737 here. I think the 700 handles better than the 800, to be honest with you. Let's give it the old TWA livery here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set. I think they set you at flaps 40 for this. Calibrate and start. Let me change the wind around a little bit. I'll do a crosswind with the 737 here. And if there's a... Whoa, oops. Hate that button. Hate that button. So we want to be on final for 4 here. Okay, and then I want to adjust the wind. So... let me adjust for a crosswind. Give it a little more here. Let's live dangerously. Let's say 15 gust and 22. And a little bit of turbulence. Alright? Because we never know. I don't know that do we know where the Airalympics is going to take place? Anybody want to let me know on Slack? Okay. This is what you want to be at. See how you're see how we're like pretty much wings level, or nose level? Descending at a good rate. Boy, this thing takes a lot of power on approach. Oh, that's too much. Remember, this plane's longer than the A320 or 21. So I got too much speed if I'm below nose level. I don't have enough speed if I'm too, if I'm up past that, I don't have enough speed. Right?
1,000.
Pretty much nose level flat. Most of the Boeings come in a degree, 2 degrees nose up. I'm already up high on this approach. I'm struggling to get down. Just kind of trying to control the flight path better, that's all. Like 133 is good for this. Yeah, 114,000 pounds.
$500.
Approaching minimums.
400.
400.
300.
I'm looking for like 133 here.
200.
Okay. 100.
100.
Okay. 50. 40.
40.
Pulling back
30.
20.
20.
10.
10.
Kicking over. Definitely a long landing. Still a good one. No good for the Airalympics, I suppose. So let's take a look. Alright. Could try flaps 30 and come in a little faster. But you're bouncing around like this, right? Bouncing around. Let's see. Definitely at a high clear angle. Might have been too much. Might get a tail strike. I'll have to look that angle up. So see the round out? So you're coming in, rounding out. And then, not too terribly bad, I suppose. Should have kept the left wing low. That was my angle. The angle wasn't bad, I suppose. We're going to win. We're going to get the gold medal for this. Any questions, feel free to hit me up in the Slack or put your questions in the Omelet broadcast. This will be on YouTube shortly. Thanks and have a great night. Go Team USA.